Greetings everyone and welcome to Windows 3.1. To have an idea about what was going on at the time as far as computer technology had advanced, this was the very first operating system to be offered on CD. With the creation of USB products, we no longer had to manually set up our IRQs. This allowed for things like plugging and playing, wherein you were just able to add a mouse or a keyboard to a computer that was already running, something that used to require a reboot prior to USB. MS-DOS 6.22 was the operating system that came standard with Windows 3.1. This was its very own operating system. It didn't require Windows to run. In fact, it was the last version of a standalone operating system that Microsoft had made. The DOS was responsible for controlling the Windows, which was an operating system and application. Alright everybody, this is what Windows would have looked like, well, DOS would have looked like had we still been working in 1992. Here, quick directory shows that we've got an autoexec batch file, config sys file, and a Windows file. Autoexec batch is its own startup system. Same with the config sys. Both of these contain commands that run on setup. The config sys file does most of your driver initializations on startup. These needed to be edited if you added your own hardware, like a sound card. These were things that were not just plug and play due to IRQ settings. So this is the executable command of Windows itself. There's too many to fit on the screen, so let's back this up and start over with pause in the middle, so you can just get a feel for how many executables there are in your basic cut-down version of Windows 3.1. Just type Win to start this up, and here we go. And this is your basic setup. There's really nothing added to this at all. So in your file manager, you can see your system files here, well, the Windows files. Let's see, we'll go over here and check out system files. These are all the things that make Windows Windows. And the Z drive was the backup drive containing all of your command files that were your major operating system components. So, let's see. That's the Windows system. Minimize this. And you can look at some stuff here in the startup menu. Closing was the optimal way to remove things. Otherwise, the minimize would just put it in the bottom window there where the file manager shows. Let's say that we wanted to do, pretty much anything. Let's just open this, and sound recorder doesn't have a driver installed. So we'll have to go all the way back here to minimize, not close that one. We're going to have to move this out of the way and get into our control panel so that we can open up our driver setup. Now, we didn't have the internet back in, so when we wanted to install new drivers, we had to hope that our device was something that was already created at the time, and then look through a list of those devices, pick which one we had, and find the disk that came with the operating system when we installed and set this all up ourselves, and put those disks in to download the driver, as it were. Desktop setups were pretty plain and lackluster, but there was the option to do a few things. let's see, if we go back over here to the ports, you can see where the IRQ settings from different, so we have to go to the advanced, and then we can adjust IRQs and the memory address where the port is located. So adding a printer was a pretty common thing. The list of printers was insanely long. But remember, we didn't have the option to just plug a USB in and go to the internet and download the drivers. So we had to find ours, figure out which disk the driver was going to be on, and put that into the 3.5 inch drive and start that up. There was not a whole lot of ease to the beginning Windows. In fact, if you wanted to do anything cute and creative, it took some time, and you had to do a lot of learning on your own.